Hey y'all, welcome to Culture Cult. My name is Marie. I am the host of the show, and this is a podcast where we are on a mission to learn about every country in the world, and I tell you the craziest story from that country. But today we're kind of doing a different episode. It's just really me and my friend Laura cutting up because we're both digital nomads, we're both travelers, but we have two completely different lifestyles. One of us is very type A traveler, aka me. And the other one books the wrong flights in the wrong direction every time, aka Laura, type B traveler. So we're going to be talking about what kind of traveler are you? Are you type A? Are you type B? We're also going to be talking about, we're both digital nomads. That means we both work and travel at the same time. I backpack around the globe. I hop around different countries every 3-4 months. And Laura and her boyfriend for the past year lived out of their rooftop tent on their car. This is not a bougie van life Instagram thing. They lived in their car with the rooftop tent over the past year while working. Yeah. So we're both going to tell you like the honest truths you really would not hear on the internet. And along with that, we're going to tell you the best apps that you should be using if you're doing van life or backpacking. So let's jump right into the conversation. I think me and Laura at this point, we're talking about how embarrassing it is to be the duffel bag person in the airport and how fucking horrible of an overpacker I am. So let's jump right in.
I see people in the airport all the time with the fucking duffel bag things. Like, if I have to put something on one shoulder like that, yeah, you're just like immediately in a bad mood. Immediately
In a bad mood. Just imagine running to your flight with the fucking duffel bag swinging back and forth, hitting people.
Like, that tells me you've not done this many times, and that's okay. That's okay.
I know. I want to be I want to be an efficient packer, but geez, I think my issue, I have a lot of issues actually with packing, but my big one is I am so into hair care, not skin care, hair care. I have like 5 different products for hair, and I have a big, huge soap block that I use for my face that I will not live without. It's called African black soap. It's the reason I have no acne. It's like $7, but it's huge. It looks like a turd. People think I'm bringing a turd into their house.
What is that?
I swear by this fucking soap.
What does it smell like? What does it smell like?
Nothing. It smells like nothing. It's made out of cocoa and like shea butter, but
Marie, I have to close the tab.
It looks like a turd. And I travel with that. I travel with such obnoxious things. I travel with a very heavy 5-pound Lululemon yoga mat. I also travel with a travel hammock because you never know when you need to hammock.
You're ridiculous. This is insane.
I travel with a Polaroid camera. Like, I bring my whole house. I'm gonna go to Mexico with my air.
No, don't.
I know, with my air diffuser that I can put essential oils in because I want my room to smell good.
Marie, it's gonna start a fire when you plug it into the adapter because it's gonna be too many watts.
Volts. I want my house to come with me, and that's why I will never be like a what's it called? Airline check-in bag. I always pay the damn fee. But that's why I slow travel, because I know I'm gonna fucking pay for it that day I travel.
We're so different.
Well, okay. I feel like we should introduce ourselves. Yeah. What's your travel thing you can't leave without? Favorite cocktail? And what's your podcast?
All right. Hey, I'm Laura. I am a content strategist for travel influencers. I bring them newsletters, blog posts, YouTube scripts, podcast scripts every month. And the travel item I cannot leave my house without is an extra tote bag. I always need it.
Yes.
And I always use it. My favorite cocktail is a Moscow Mule. And I host the podcast, The Travel Creator. I almost forgot what it was called. If that tells you anything, once you listen to this episode, that will all make so much sense.
Hey, I'm Marie. I'm the editor of The Travel Creator. I remembered the title of it. And I clearly can't travel without a lot of things, but I will not travel without my birth control. I actually paid $400 for it to be shipped to me to Thailand because I needed more. And I was going on from a 6-month trip to a 10-month trip. So I paid $400 and fought with FedEx to get it shipped to an island in Thailand.
Oh my God.
And before you think it's because of hoe reasons, it's because I don't like having a period. So screw you for thinking that. My favorite cocktail is a spicy mezcal margarita. and I host the very not PG travel comedy history podcast, The Culture Cult Show, where we're trying to learn about every country in the world so you can become less ignorant. And Laura writes and researches the show. So the first thing I think we definitely wanted to talk about was type B versus type A travelers. I'm clearly type A. What are you, Laura?
I am so type B, borderline, like B minus, perhaps. Like, I try so hard to be a type A traveler, and it bites me in the ass every time.
What's going on? Like, why? Okay, let me rephrase that question. How are you type like aggressive? Like, what are you type? Give us some examples.
Totally. So I book flights in the wrong directions all the time.
Like, how?
Like, so embarrassing. I try and be so good. And I think the problem is because I know that I am this way, I try and like make the environment so perfect of like, I am going to book this flight and I'm going to get it right. And that pressure gets it wrong. And what I mean in the wrong direction is like, okay, I'm supposed to fly from like Cleveland to Boston. I'll book the flight like Boston to Cleveland for the same, like multiple times. Obviously, most of the time I realize within the 24-hour cancellation, but it's just like, it's never fun to like cancel a flight. It's never.
Oh God. Honestly, booking a flight is so stressful and I do it all the time. And like the sweats you get of just the process of like, especially when they the fee part.
I have to check things like a million times.
You know what gets me sweaty? It's not the security line. It's the check-in. I fucking hate checking in at the airport because I've had experiences where I've checked in at the wrong airport and they're like, or the wrong terminal. And they're like, ma'am, you don't check in here. And I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, you have 45 minutes to get on the plane. Like I've had that happen to me. And so I hate check-ins. Like it gives me so much anxiety. And also because clearly I pack heavy, there is so much stress when they weigh my bag of, am I about to pay $100-something or are they going to let me slide? Like that's, oh God. You know, so if my bag is heavy.
We should not travel together.
Yeah, no, okay. That's my goal. Should type A and B people actually travel together or should we just travel with people that are our types?
No, I think things would go drastically wrong if like I can pull it together. I can. But I have type A travel friends who I travel with and I literally show up. I try and help with planning. They don't want that. And I just show up and it's magical and it's great and we, you know, I think they have to be like the type A, but also they have enough leeway to like let some things go and be fun.
Yes.
Because if you're type A about everything, then I'm like, then that's literally not.
I'm only type A on like travel days. Like once I get to the destination, I actually have no plan.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, then I can travel with you.
But like the travel day, it's serious. Like I'm gonna get a beer, obviously, once I get past security, but like I need to get past check-in. But like no, travel days, quite serious. I can't be chill because I have my own stories with that. There was one time I was in the Philippines. I was like, I'm gonna get so drunk, like by myself in Manila. And I was like craving wine, and I couldn't find wine in the entire city. Every time I asked for wine, they're like, "For you." And I was like, yes, for me. And like for a woman. And I was like, yes, I'm a woman who wants to drink wine. So I found this really disgusting sugary wine and I like just danced around my room all night, like and drank wine. It was so fun. And then I go to check in the next day and there's no check-in. There's no check-in. And I was like, why is there a check-in? It's because my flight was flying over me at 12 a.m. while I was dancing in my room. And then I panicked and went to the I almost said the hospital, low-key, the airport. And they did not care. They were like, why did you miss it? And I was like, I wasn't
dancing in my room.
I wasn't drunk. So like that was that one time where I was like, I'm just not gonna think. I'm just gonna like be crazy the night before by myself, and I missed my flight. So now it's a whole thing for me. Okay, so other things I want to talk about is actually the main point of this episode. We have traveled similarly, but in different ways. And when I say similarly, like we both have attempted and have done well of working while traveling and having a lack of routine and changing our environment like every other week. But you did it through van life, not even van life, car life with eventually a trailer at the end.
Yeah.
And then I did it through, this is like year 2 of doing it, but like I did a 10-month stint of traveling internationally and moving my location every 2-3 months. So just curious, like what were some epic things for you and like what challenged you?
Ugh, man. Epic things, I guess. I mean, I was able to see so many parts of the US that it just, like in such a short amount of time that I wouldn't have seen before. I was also able to see parts of the US that like nobody really talks about, that I don't want to talk about because it was so awesome,
Yeah,
and I don't
you don't
want
have to
people
share.
find out. Yeah, I don't. And I actually had friends who live in a bus, who were in like an area that I thought I had like a great time in, and I was like, hey, I have a rec for you of this place where I had like the most fun I've ever had in my adult life. And they literally turned around, went there, and I said, now you can't fucking tell anyone about this
No,
place.
you can't.
Like, you are sworn to secrecy. You will never hear me mention this place. And they went and they had a great time. And I was like, oh my gosh, have so much fun. Don't tell a fucking soul.
Wait, can you say what state it's in?
Yeah, it was in South Dakota.
Okay.
And it was like such off the beaten path. It was like, it's not a national park. It's not anywhere around there. It was like totally in like deep South Dakota.
I love that.
But South Dakota is not to be slept on. I will say that. But that was epic. Just finding all these like crazy places that you were just like so beautiful. And it made you be like, yeah, nothing's really that big of a deal. The hardest part, obviously, is just trying to do anything. Everything comes with a trade-off. Everything you do.
Yeah.
In this like lifestyle, the trade-offs were definitely really big. Yeah.
Like, okay.
What do you want to know?
Break that down, because obviously, like,
Okay.
what was your setup? Like, I know we already did an episode on this, but in case people haven't listened to that.
Okay, if for some weird reason you haven't listened to that episode before, fine. So I traveled the country in a rooftop tent for 6 months. And if you don't know what that is literally a tent on the top of my SUV. And then I got a trailer and did the same thing for a few more months. And I have a teardrop trailer.
So cute.
If you really want to be nosy, it is a 2008 Tab Dutchman in red. You can go look it up. She's super cute. But obviously, when you're living in a tent on top of your car
with your boyfriend,
with my boyfriend, trying to work, both of us, I don't even know why we did that now. Like, saying that out loud now, Jesus Christ. Also, Marie, next week, Tuesday, marks a year since I left on that trip.
Wow. That's so trippy. That's so emotional.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm just like, thank God. It's over. Like, so serious. Yeah. But the hardest parts were obviously like finding routine, but also then like things even things we would eat. Like, we just ate a lot of like easy, fast things like protein shakes, quesadillas, yogurts, like easy fruits, because there were just so many other decisions that went into the day that deciding or like making a really good meal just like is not going to happen. And plus, we had a cooler. We didn't even have a refrigerator. When I had the camper, I finally had a fridge, which is great. But the cooler required so much like making sure we had enough ice. Our food would go bad all the fucking time. And it's so frustrating to buy food and then it has to be wasted. Like, nothing is more annoying to me than food waste.
Think about that.
And so that was a concern. And also the places we were at were hot too. So we had to be careful with like keeping things like meats and cheeses anyway. So we just didn't eat fabulously, but we ate a lot of like local food, which was the best. So I would say we didn't eat great when we were on our own, but when we were in more civilization, we ate a ton of local stuff, which was so much fun.
But you like packed as many veggies as you could when you were in those spaces.
Totally. I was like, oh my God, a green thing? People eat those? Holy shit.
It's not a quesadilla with some beans.
Holy shit. Totally.
Yeah. So, and then like bathroom, like you have to like find a bathroom all the time.
Yeah. I never once shit outside on this trip, if you can believe it.
That is crazy.
I know.
How often can you really shower?
Depends where you are. We have a Planet Fitness membership. And so that means we can shower at any Planet Fitness in the country. And there are a lot of Planet Fitnesses in the country, but there are also some stretches where there's none at all. I would say our average stretch is like we go like 5 days, but like ideally like every like 2 to 3 days we'd shower. Sometimes we'd do like cowboy showers where we would literally just like dump water over our heads. Like I have showered in a parking lot before of a public park. Like I literally took fucking water, had my swimsuit on, dumped it over my head, and like took my shampoo, like whole bit. And you lose a lot of dignity when you do those kinds of things in those cases. But it comes a point where there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
I have showered in lakes before, which is great. I find, soaps that are as earth friendly as possible for those situations. We showered in Lake Michigan in front of like so many people, and it was really embarrassing. But I was like, I honestly do not care. Like I do not care. And the water was so cold. But that's probably the hippiest stuff I've done. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, you have to, and on top of that, you have to work. So it's like, you're like the decision fatigue of just like, okay, just the basic stuff needs to happen today. And I have to get work done, but where do I get work done? Where do I get Wi-Fi? And then like, oh my God, we have to eat. Oh my God, we have to shower.
I should probably like seek mental support from what I went through. I never really realized now that I talk about it.
Well, I've done that trip, but I wasn't working. So like it was an adventure. Ooh, like we have to shower outside. Ooh, I've done that. I lived out of the car for like, I think it was 2 months, not whatever you said, like going across to Utah, Colorado. It was the most.
It's a long time though.
It was epic. It was epic, but I didn't have to work.
Yeah.
It didn't have to work. So like anything that like wasn't inconvenience was now a fun little story,
Right.
Not holy shit, I still have to get projects done on top of this.
Totally.
And do a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I've done some rough looking Zoom meetings, tell you that. When we were in bigger cities, finding Wi-Fi wasn't as hard of a thing. Public libraries were huge for us. Going to cafes was fine, but sometimes we go to cafes and you spend so fucking long vetting the cafes on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this looks good. But what does it actually look like? Is it the type of place where I'm going to have like a server, or can I just order and sit down and be left alone? Does it have outlets? Does the Wi-Fi actually work? What are their reviews? Like, how long could I realistically spend here? It's just like so many decisions just to work. And I would not do that again. I would not work again at the pace we were traveling unless I was going to go for a much slower time.
100%. I think slow is the only way to go if you're working and traveling, because otherwise you're going to lose your freaking mind.
Yeah.
And not even have fun, because you're like, oh my God, am I in prison?
It felt like prison sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there were some mental breakdowns for sure.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, so I'll go through like what it's completely different experiences of like internationally being a digital nomad and backpacking. So I would say epic moments I got to experience past 2 years. I've gotten to drink wine overlooking the Provence lavender fields in France, which me and Laura are going to do next year, just letting you know. I got to go on a freaking epic boat party in Lisbon, that like on the river or the ocean, whatever. And I went every single night for 2 months straight in Lisbon. I kayaked with seals in Ireland. I got to party till dawn in Budapest with these 3 random Swedish men. I got to experience very similarly to Laura what it's like living and working in the bush in Australia and living the hippie life and the surfer life in Australia. That was fun, but hard. I got to hit the bucket list dream of I got to freaking go to Korea and have a spa foodie trip, which was my bucket list. And then I got to have long-term travel romances in Thailand and Portugal. So like anytime it was hard, I do get to remember like I had like full-on life experiences every month.
It's so crazy when you talk about it, because I remember you being in Australia and you being in Korea and all of these places, but it's like, oh my God, you did all those things. That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to like romanticize it, because everything we do in life, let's say you are a musician and music is at first very, very special for you. But then if you become a traveling musician, you're getting paid for it, it becomes a job and a routine. And then you're forgetting the nights that you open a show for like X amount of people and blah, blah, blah. You have to remember and romanticize these moments and be like, whoa, this is something people dream of and I'm doing it, So I do try to list things while I'm traveling and be like, yo, you just did that. Like, you just did that. Okay, the challenges for me were very different from you. Besides the Australian one, when I literally had no toilet and no Wi-Fi and was living out of a tent and there were spiders. Besides that, I had amenities. I had co-workings, I had yoga studios, I had gyms, I had running water most of the time. Yep. Just everything that you didn't have. I think the more challenging thing for me, I was spending 2 to 3 months per country. I was making deep connections with people and I was making community. And like right when you're getting settled, the visa rips you out and you get 90 days in these places. They just rip you from all these people and you literally have to leave because the government will fucking come after you. So you have to leave these countries. And I think saying goodbye to each of those groups of people I met, every country is very hard.
Yeah.
Definitely cried when I left Lisbon specifically. That one was hard for me.
Yeah, because everybody knows that they'll never have this like time and space back with these people doing this, savage behavior. And it's so special.
It really is. It really is. And but then it's trippy because like some people stay behind and they might live there, but then other people are also digital nomads. So that's the coolest part is like this community is so sick. Like I'll be like, Laura, where are you going next? And you're like, I'm going to Sri Lanka. And you're like, cool, maybe I'll come with you. Or like, they're like, yo, I know someone where you're going. You should meet up with them. And then you become friends with them. So like being part of the nomad community is so trippy. It's like a little club of wanderers who all know people. And you eventually will have a worldwide friend group. But we all move so much. So you don't see them, but you will see them. It's very confusing. You have to be okay with saying goodbye, see you laters, which I'm not good at. But damn, yeah, that's the hard part for me. And then the other part is I do like my routine. I really like the gym. I really like, I hate cooking. Why was I have to say that? I hate cooking. I like having a diet that I'm used to. Like I like to have a lot of greens and vegetables. And everywhere you go, they have different vegetables and different fruits that you've never seen in your life before. And you're like, how the hell do I cook this strange thing? And yeah, just stuff like that. Like I need my routine. And so that's why I try to travel slow. But then like you do have to completely shift the routine every 2 to 3 months. And it's like, where's the gym? Where's the grocery store? How's the customs here? I have to learn a new language, which I think is fun. But yeah,
that's hard.
And I am looking for a home base still. So I'm going to do another year of traveling like this. But I am going to try to just spend most of my time in Mexico next year. And just try to get to know the Mexican culture and like stay in one part of Mexico.
What made you pick Mexico?
Okay. Good question. Love the question. Listen, I loved everywhere I went last year. I loved everywhere. I love Europe, but they have too short a visa. I freaking love Asia, but damn, it's far. And my two favorite places in the world where all my best friends are and where I love to be is New York and California. And I'm like, what's next to those places where I can hop on a flight if there's an event or see my best friends? Like, I don't ever want to be that far from California or New York. Like, I love the places too much. And Mexico's right there. I freaking love Mexican culture and food and music. I love mezcal. And you can just live better there.
You're going to be having so many of your favorite cocktails.
I'm going to be drinking mezcal. And apparently in Oaxaca, where I'm going, like, there's a parade like every day. And people are just handing out shots all the time.
Oh,
so, like, I'm trying to go to the gym. I know. I'm going to try to go to the gym and they're like, oh my God, fiesta. I'm like, okay, fiesta. They have parades there all the time. It's kind of like I've never been there yet, but it reminds me a little bit of New Orleans. Like they will throw a parade for anything. And
hell yeah.
Like towns like that. So I'm going to find out. But yeah, long story short, I would say being a digital nomad is freaking epic, but like, don't let the fucking Instagram fool you. Like, you will get lonely, like there, or just like when you enter a new country and you're like, I have to do this again. I have to find new friends again. Or you're dating someone and you actually were dating someone, like it was working out. The visa is the issue. And now you have to be like, hey, bye forever. Let me go date someone new. It's just, it's very confusing. That's how I'd say it. Don't let Instagram fool you.
Yeah, totally. Instagram's a liar.
Yeah, no, Instagram is a fucking liar when it comes to van life. No one is telling you about van life. I think you can probably figure that out with digital nomad life eventually. Like, oh, that'd be pretty difficult. But the way they sell van life is so aesthetic. And
It's criminal.
$60,000 Mercedes vans with toilets in them.
More than that, yeah.
They had me fooled.
They had me fooled too, Marie. I fell right into their trap. I fell right into this pyramid scheme.
It is a pyramid scheme.
Head first. And you know what? I talked about this on an episode of my podcast. There's a caste system in the van life community. There are the people in the 2019 or younger, like 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23 ages of their van. Okay. So like their van is like a 2020 Mercedes Sprinter van. They are having a totally different fucking time than somebody in like an Astro van that they converted. Like, we are not the same. We are not the same.
No.
So I was at the bottom of the caste system, as you might imagine. And I do not, now that I look at these vans, these Sprinter vans, sometimes I'm still like, oh, when I have the fuck you money, I will buy one, because it's just, it's part of the drill. I'm in the pyramid scheme. I need to have one. I'm in it too deep at this point. So I will own one someday. But I think that I actually did van life to the best ability, because when like your Mercedes breaks down, that's your whole fucking house. Whereas like if I have a problem with my camper, I can unhitch it, or my car, we can separate. And I can get a new car, or I can go on somebody else's car. Yeah. But like, it's not like everything that I own and have is like in a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
And that, it like brings me peace. And plus, I'm like, if somebody wants to use my camper, amazing. Do you have a vehicle with a hitch? Like,
you can rent it out.
Yeah, it's just seems better than your whole house in like one thing. But like I said, you'll see one parked on my property.
People. RV people really have it good. I mean, they have a home. They are driving a home.
Oh my God. These fucking people would tow these coach buses. Okay. Like a fucking pop band coach bus. And then they would have a trailer on it that was 30 feet long. So your car is about 15 feet long. And so it's like two lengths of your car that they're towing a trailer on. I do not even know how this thing makes a turn. It's so insane. And I saw so many of them. And then I pull up with like my little little thing and park next to them. And I'm like, hi.
And they just give you a pity look. They're like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them were nice, but they are living a very different life than I was.
That reminds me like when I was in Colorado and like our tent blew away twice. And it's like, it literally blew away. There goes the tent. First of all, don't camp in RV sites because they don't have protection. Like, it's meant for RVs. So there's no tree protection. It's just the wild, wild west. And you're pretty much in a parking lot. It's not great. So I was in Denver, which is very windy. Our tent fucking blew away while we were hiking Red Rocks. And the landlord or whatever they're called, park ranger dude, was like, yeah, your tent's gone. I was like, wait, what? He was like, it's not here. I'm like, why isn't there? He's like, the wind took it. So then we didn't have a tent. We had to go buy a tent that day from like some freaking dude and from his backyard. And I was like, all right, we're taking this tent. We go back to the hike. He calls me again. Your tent's down the road.
Stop it.
And it is now picked up into a windstorm. And now me, Kyle, and this park ranger landlord guy are fighting for our lives trying to get this tent to the ground. And meanwhile, I'm looking at this RV family eating inside, looking at us.
They have like the most beautiful kitchens in there you've ever seen. Marie, that's insane.
I'm like, wait, y'all are gonna help us? Like, you
seriously
privileged kings and queens of camping? Like
normally like the RV dads are like the best.
No, they were looking at us while we were fighting for our lives. And I was like, how are we in the same situation right now? Like,
seriously.
And yeah, that just reminded me, like, I just don't camp in RV sites. Like, we have different tools. Like, we're different. We're not the same. That was crazy. I really miss camping. That was one of my favorite trips of my life. Was like every time I've driven out west, even over international trips, those are my favorite. But I wasn't working, so big part.
I know. I'm gonna go on another adventure, a shorter one, but just like not gonna work.
Yeah. my idea is I will have a home base and I can actually just to travel and not bring my work with me. So that's my eventual goal. And I think you're hitting that goal right now. You're moving to Boston like literally in 2 weeks or something like that. And you're gonna have a home and you can actually like just, I don't know, talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't had a home in a year, which like doesn't seem that crazy to me because like I've been traveling like this since like 2021. So it doesn't like, even when I did have like a home base before, I was constantly just like leaving it and going to travel. And now this time around, I'm like, all right, this little road trip situation really put me over the edge and I just need some time.
Yeah.
I need some time.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to like, you know, decorate a place and make a routine and like walk down the street.
Invite people
and
over.
then,
Oh
my God, I know. And then, of course, like the travel bug will always come back. And I already have places I know that I'm going. But, you know, I will try and not book as many places. Like before, I was literally on like 2 to 3 planes a month.
Yeah.
A month. And so now I'm like, okay, we don't need to do that. But like that's just been like my norm. So it's going to be very weird to put myself in like a situation to not do that. But we'll see. It'll be a little bit of a challenge and adjustment. But
what is this itch that we have? Why can't we stay still? Let's have a therapy session, everyone, since we're all travelers.
Okay. I think the people who like very realistically, I could say that we're like fucking crazy, but very realistically, I think that a lot of the people who travel understand, or who are digital nomads in our like age range, understand that I don't want, like when I'm of retirement age, first of all, I'm going to be retired way before that. We're going to be on super yachts and shit. But I am not going to be wanting to scale mountains. I might, but I might not have the knees anymore to do it. Or like we might just not have the health to do the things that we want to do. So I'm going to go and do them now when I'm not responsible for anyone or anything. And this is how I choose to spend my money and time. And so I think like that's how we think. We're like, we're smart. We're like, I'm going to go do these cool, fun things while I'm physically able and am only responsible for myself.
100%. Yeah. I also think it's like, because we live in such an age where like travel is so accessible if you like have the means and
it can be done so cheap if you really want it to.
Yeah. If you can be strategic, you can make it cheap. Like there's like house sitters and all that stuff. But like, I think for me, it's like, I have now the ability to go anywhere all the time. And I think it's candy shop / FOMO. Like my cousin messaged me. She's like, yo, we have a room in London. Like, why don't you just move to London? And I was like, well, guess I'm moving to London.
I know.
Like, dude. And I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Do I actually like London? What's going on with me?
I know. I feel that so much. It's like, do you want to come and do this thing? And it's like, well, of course I do. Like, of course I'm going to drop everything I had going on and get on this plane and go do this thing because I just like to live. I think it's like the adrenaline. I don't know. It's just like,
adrenaline.
I also think we're so like counterculture. Like, if something is mainstream, I want nothing to do with it. Look at me, I lived in a van. Of course, it's so fucking mainstream, but I did it in a way that wasn't. Like, I was in a roof tent. There's like 2 people on the internet who talk about living in a roof tent, and one of them doesn't do it anymore.
Neither do you.
Like, so for real. So, like, if a lot of people are doing it, we don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And so we're so, like, spontaneous. If somebody wants you to be there, you'll be like, great, I'm on my way.
Yeah. I want to open that question up to like people listening, like to DM us, like, why are you addicted to travel? Like, why do we all drop stuff? Like, why are we always on planes and trains and cars and buses all the time? Like, I want to know. I want to know like what everyone's reasoning is and if there's a theme. So either message like me or Laura, but I'm just so curious. I'm very curious about that because like we have an addiction and
we do have an addiction.
Be curious?
I just think I fucking love bags. I just love packing bags.
I don't. Please pack mine. My cousin packs mine for me.
It annoys me so much because Matt will pack in 10 minutes and I'm like, I need like an hour.
I think I'm addicted to planning. Like I love,
oh God.
I think I'm going to go crazy if like I don't have something to look up on Pinterest or YouTube of where I'm going next. Right now, my entire YouTube is Oaxaca, Puerto Escondido. Yeah, I think the idea, I wonder if anyone else agrees with me, like the idea of like sitting still and actually not having a next trip That makes me feel very depressed and also very anxious. I don't know what that's about, but I'm like, wait, there's nothing to research. There's nothing to plan. There's nothing to look at. Like there's nothing to daydream about. I actually just need to
Totally.
be where I am. That's something I need to probably journal about, but just curious if anyone else, I guess for Laura, it's because she likes bags. And for me, I like Pinterest. So that's what
I get it. I like looking up the things. I like mapping out how long it's going to take me to walk from whatever to whatever.
Yes. Stop. Yes. I love mapping out how long my routine will be and like looking at Airbnbs. I think I like to plan. That's what's going on there.
We're just big nerds. What the heck?
Yeah. Okay. To end, I want us to give the real tea on like the best apps and tips for these kind of lifestyles, because this is like, again, how you're gonna make it cheap, how you're gonna make it like you're gonna hack the system and like enjoy it more. So, okay, what are your travel apps, hacks, tricks, tips, anything else?
Yeah. Okay. Make sure this is a tip. I'll start with a tip. Make sure you do all of your chores in one day. It's so easy to be like, oh my God, I don't want to do like my laundry and go get more water and do groceries like all at the same time. And it's going to take up a whole fucking day, but I need you to just do all the chores at one time. So it's way less painful than spreading them out. That's my first tip. Yes. You need to spend at least 2 nights in one location. And then that way you won't like hate yourself. Obviously, charge everything when you can. Okay, the apps I love. Overlander. This is great for finding free campsites as well as freecampsites.net. I used those all of the time to find places where people have stayed for free that have reviews and photos. There's also something called the Dirt, DYRT, that I believe you have to pay for that I never use but always heard good things about. Does the same thing. You're also going to stop using Apple Maps. Oh my God. Please.
Okay. I will.
Use Google Maps. I cannot tell you how many times Matt is a habitual Apple Maps user, and he will pull us up to places and they're closed. Cannot tell you how many times this happened. And I'm like, I bet it's because you use Apple Maps, isn't it? And he's like, yes. So we do not use Apple Maps. I will not tolerate that behavior. Oh, Harvest Host is the last great app I would recommend. That one is paid. So I paid $150 for a year.
Whoa, okay.
But this is so worth it because what it does is it allows you to, it's all over North America. So it allows you to park at any establishment, meaning like not any, but any participating ones. It works just like Airbnb. So we stayed at wineries, breweries, some farms, and you can stay overnight for free if you patronize their business. So we're like, okay, we're going to eat anyway. Let's go into this brewery and try their beer and have dinner. Like, it's such a good way to make sure you're visiting local places in these areas and also stay in these beautiful places. Some are not so beautiful. Some are. But you get a free night to sleep there in a safe place that has reviews.
Wow.
And then sometimes they allow you to stay more than one night. So we've definitely done that a couple of times. Sometimes they allow you to stay more than one night for free. Other times it's like $20 or $30 a night, which is far better because any RV site, if you wanted to go book an RV place, is going to cost a minimum of like $45 a night.
Wow.
So it saved me like hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Jeez. That's a really good tip. And that's so sick. And also so good for the businesses. They have a place where like you have people living outside and they depend on your food.
Yeah, literally.
Like that's so sick. And it's just so funny because like now in your restaurant, you have like casual customers and like low-key renters that are like eating your food. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. We stayed at like a nice winery. And then it's like in the parking lot are like all these campers.
I love, and it's like we're all kind of spending the night together. Like it's a winery camp. That is.
Yeah, we had like an older couple who we saw them one night and then we were like, okay, bye. And then they happened to go to the same place we were going the following night, like hours apart from each other. We didn't even know it. It was so fun.
Love that. It
was so fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, those are very good apps. Do you have any more?
I have just like general gear tips, but those are like the apps you need to be able to survive. And if you have those, you'll be fine. You don't need anything else, I promise.
Okay. Also, any extra apps, we're just going to put these all in the show notes. That way you can just like go ham and look at everything. Okay. I'm going to tell you my top apps. Oh my God, I have so many, but I'm going to chill. So my favorite one, I think I've talked about this a million times and they should sponsor me. Time Left. Essentially, you can do this right now if you're in the city of anywhere, pretty much anywhere in the world. You can have dinner with complete strangers and it's like the most fun thing. And they try to pair you off a personality test. So one of my personality questions was, do you like to talk politics at the table? I said no. And it asked like other questions like that, but they try to
Who's
pair you.
clicking yes?
Someone's clicking yes. They're like, yeah.
You should do it one time just to see. Just to
No,
like show up
no, we
and
don't
just
fight. Let's not. I already live in the South. I have to deal with that every day. Okay, so it bases off your personality. So you got to dinner with these people and it's a mystery. They won't tell you the restaurant or the people or anything until like the day of, and it won't tell you who's coming. It just says what countries are coming. And so it's not technically a dating app, but I did find someone through that. So if you were like not into dating apps, but you want the opportunity to meet people,
this is so cool.
and it's in America, surprisingly. So you can do it in America. Like look it up and see. So wherever I can do it around the world, I always do Time Left. And it's a hit or miss. There are some dinners where I'm like, God damn, I am the only extrovert here and I am leading the conversations. And then some of them were seriously so fun. I made multiple friends from them. So it's just a hit or miss. And it doesn't have to always be like about making friends. It's about meeting people with different experiences and walks of life, essentially. So that's called Time Left. Second one, and you should do this too also if you're van lifing, is ClassPass. So this is how I get to work out, get my nails done, get massages, get facials, do anything physically for my body around the world. And you get essentially like businesses give ClassPass an opportunity for anyone to come in and do it. So that's how I get to work out. And it's based off a point system. So ClassPass is a freaking amazing. Okay, if you're not a hostel person and you are a person who works and you don't want to sleep in a room with 12 random men like me, I highly recommend two things. There's coliving.com. This is a great way to meet people, but you don't have to share a room. So you have your own space. Maybe you share the kitchen. When I was in Thailand, I was in a digital nomad neighborhood. So we all had our own home with our own kitchens, bathrooms, our own homes, but we shared a pool and we shared a cafe. So
wow,
it's cool. And so it's all flexible. And the other one is Flatio. It's only really is good for Europe. So instead of Airbnb, use Flatio, Flatio. It's called Flatio because it's flat fees. There's no fees. It's flat. And the last one I want to talk about is my new travel smoothie maker. Y'all.
Will you be packing this shit?
I'm packing the smoothie maker.
Oh God.
Y'all, it's light. You literally put it on the little thing below. It's light. Don't worry. I'll drop the link. But you can make a smoothie on the spot and like walk away. And then last tips, I will never pick a layover under 2 hours because that you're asking to have an anxiety attack.
I will. That's so funny.
Okay, to wrap up, let's talk about our shows. Do you want to go first? Who is the show for? And what episode should they listen to start with?
Yes. Okay. So my show is for travel creators who want to learn how to basically turn their content creation into a business. I give marketing and business tips to travel creators. So if you're trying to grow online, but not just on the Instagram side of things, but more holistically, because Instagram is not just your business, it's one part of it. That is who should be listening to my show, The Travel Creator. I would recommend going to listen to an episode. Okay. An episode that I did recently that I think was so fun is called something along the lines of like 7% or something. It basically is about my computer is constantly dying. My phone is constantly dying. Everything is constantly dying. And it feels like everything's at 7% all the time. And so I give some tips of what you can do when your shit is at 7% that actually matter and are actually productive.
Yes. That's a good episode. And
I like it.
I feel like your top most popular episodes are the one you did one on how to grow on YouTube and like UGC. This does very well.
The people love UGC from me, and they love YouTube, and they love how to make a content organization system, which is episode 2 of the whole show. Oh my God, I cannot believe people listen to that shit. I should remake it, honestly.
I had to also just rep you because like you're the only podcast out there for this niche. So if you're a travel
Totally.
creator, like good luck trying to find something that you need besides Laura's, because she has everything. And it's actually so fun and entertaining. And yeah, I love editing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my podcast is for people who maybe you can't travel as much as you want, but you want to learn about the world and you don't want to be ignorant. Have you ever met someone from like a country like Albania and you're like, what do I say?
Why are you picking on Albania?
I don't know, because I don't know anything about it personally. And
It's
like,
beautiful.
it's embarrassing to be like, I don't have anything to say about your country. And like, so if you want to learn about every country in the world, that's the journey we're on, and learn a freaking crazy story you would not think about. You have a crazy story from that country. My podcast is called The Culture Cult Show. It is not PG. Let's get that clear. And I also do travel stories. So people come on and tell me their best travel story. So it's for people who want to be curious about the world, love a good travel story, but mainly want a good laugh. If you just want a little laugh.
It's so funny.
It's fun. I've been doing it like for 5 years,
fun.
and I have like 100 something more countries to cover. But I feel like I would suggest I loved the Indonesia episode I covered about the eruption of the volcano Krakatoa. It's a horrifying story, but it's funny somehow.
I like that one.
There's also one about my friend who took some drugs and accidentally rode a windmill.
Is this the cocaine one?
No. Wait,
I like the cocaine one too. What is that?
Oh, the Azores. Okay, that one's so good. That's actually my most popular one, is the Azores cocaine catastrophe episode. Like, little brain. This is a real story. It happened in 2001 in the Azores. The Azores are a couple islands off of Portugal. There's no drugs there. Like, nothing happens there. And a ship that was leaving from like Venezuela had to stop there, and it got shipwrecked in the Azores, and they lost like, oh my God, I can't remember. It was like hundreds and thousands of pounds of cocaine went floating off.
I'm going to go re-listen to this. It's so fucking funny.
Floating off the ship and floated onto the shores of the sleepy islands of the Azores. And I'm going to let you figure out what happened to him and the town.
Can you believe that's even real?
It happened. There's only like one article on it. And I was like, guys, this is crazy.
Is this like world breaking news?
No one.
Marie.
They're probably embarrassed.
Have you heard of the Poop Cruise?
No.
It's a brand new documentary on Netflix. It literally just came out. I need you to go and watch it.
Okay.
And I need you to find somebody who was on the Poop Cruise, and I need you to have them on the show.
Okay.
You need to. There were 5,000 people aboard. You can find somebody.
Oh, easily. That's
Yeah.
okay, let me watch it first. But yeah, essentially that's my show. I guess watch the Azores cocaine catastrophe. I love the Indonesia eruption of Krakatoa, and one of my favorite travel stories is my friend, she took some drugs and decided to climb a windmill, and then she accidentally rode the windmill, and it was like 20-30 feet in the air.
It's insane.
And she survived to tell the tale. So that's my podcast. It's in the show
Insane.
notes. We'll definitely be back on for another episode sometime.
Yes, thank you. So fun.
Okay, I want to know if y'all are a type A or a type B traveler. Are y'all also insane overpackers like me, or do you book flights in the absolute wrong direction like Laura? We want to know. Feel free to DM us. Like, I want to feel heard. Both of our Instagrams will be in the show notes. There are also a bunch of good apps that me and Laura didn't mention. Those will also be in the show notes, but I didn't want to just bore y'all to death listing them off on the podcast. So all those resources will be below. And lastly, if you related to this episode, send this to your type A or type B friend so they can feel seen. Or like if you have a friend who thinks they want to do van life, this is probably a good episode to send them because they might need a little bit of reality check. Either way, I highly recommend checking out Laura's podcast if you are a content creator and specifically a travel creator. Check out the Travel Creator podcast. Like, y'all, she's blowing up. She's my client, first of all, so I can say that. I see her stats and she's doing so well because she's funny and she's giving amazing advice for travel content creators. So definitely check out her podcast if that is your jam. And okay, cool. To end, Laura's just going to tell us all of her absolute worst type B fuck ups. And until next time, cheers, y'all.
Yeah, I wrote down some things I do badly all the time. So I have showed up to the airport before, 20 minutes before my flight is leaving. So chill. It was no problem.
How was it
That's
not a
fine.
problem?
How was it no problem?
Yeah.
I just went through security and went to my gate, and the plane was there, and I got on.
Wait, did you even run?
No.
Are you?
Why would I run? It was fine.
I want to be like you. That is crazy.
You don't want to be like me, Marie. You do not. Okay, recently I left my airport at home. That was like a Freudian slip with my future self. Okay, I left my wallet at home.
Oh my God.
On the way to the airport. And I was able to get on the plane. And as I was waiting at the gate, I plugged in my phone charger and I'm sitting there scrolling. Have I told you this story? I'm sitting there scrolling on my phone, and all of a sudden I see this like smoke, and I'm like, what the fuck? And literally my phone charger is on fire in the fucking gate. Okay, the last thing, I often never know what airport
Hold up. You can't skip that. Like, did you cause a scene? Like an emergency? How did you?
I got it out right before it would have caused an emergency. The guy across from me was like, we were making eye contact, and I was like, did you just see that? He's like, yeah. And then I walked over to the kiosk and spent $50 on a new phone charger.
Man, those fucking, oh my God, they get you.
I know. If there's any punchable person, it's the person who is working the phone kiosk. Yeah, the last thing that often happens to me, and I think it's because, again, I don't know, maybe I just don't care, or I just like don't have time to like care, maybe. I often never know what airport I'm flying into.
Oh my God.
Like especially when I'm traveling with somebody else. Like we'll go through security, Matt and I, and I'm like, all right, we're standing at the board trying to find our gate, and I'm pretending to know, like I know where we're going, but I don't know like where we're going. Yeah. And I pretend to like look at the board until he like tells me, because yeah. So those are my latest casualties, I will say. And then just like bad things happen to me, like like my ankle when I fucking fell.
Takes one step off the flight, breaks your ankle.
Like stuff like that, just like bad
yeah
things. And it's only when I'm alone. This shit doesn't happen when I'm with other people. It's only when I'm by myself, and I'm by myself 99% of the time. So I have to get on a plane on Wednesday, so I better put some good karma out there.